Scenes like that work. They're emotionally impactful because of all the work he puts in the earlier episodes, all those monologues and small character moments. They all pay off with moments like that at the end of episode 5. It makes it all worth it, and that's what makes these shows memorable. What's up, friends? Welcome back. Justin here as always. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me today. In today's video, of course, we are going to be continuing my Midnight Mass review recap series, this time for episode 5, Gospel. It's such a sad one. It's such a sad episode, but we're going to get through it together, okay? Because we're a team. We can get through this. We can get through Midnight Mass together. Also, please let me know what you guys think of the episode by commenting down below. Of course, like this video. It really helps me out. And let's go ahead and just dive into this episode and just peel the band-aid off this one, okay, folks? Let's go ahead and talk about episode 5, Gospel. As usual with all of the episodes of Midnight Mass, we get a nice opening scene, a nice opening few minutes, sort of set the tone for the episode. Of course, this one has a little bit of a somber tone to it. We open up at the Flynn's house with this poor mom walking into Riley's room, saying that he's still not home. Obviously, we know as the audience a little bit more than they do. And it's just sad to see them sort of being optimistic. Maybe he's hanging out with Aaron. Maybe he's found himself a gal, although, of course, we know that's not the case. He's been bit by a vampire. Also, we're just going to call it like it is. This is not an angel. He's just a vampire at this point. I think we can all agree we have a vampire and not an angel. But anyway, I digress. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Also, in the first few minutes here, we're reunited with Dr. Gunning and her mom. Her fine-ass mom now is just feeling herself. Going up and down the stairs to the attic, grabbing fresh new fits, pulling the mothballs off those things, and she's ready for church. Mildred Gunning's looking good. Oh, what the hell's wrong with me? I've had too much Red Bull today. The actress Alex Esso has such a just sort of sympathetic way about her performances and anything that she's in. If you've seen her in Starry Eyes, she just has this optimism and this just sweetness that radiates from her. She's great. Alex Esso was also in Dr. Sleep. She played Wendy. She played the younger version of Wendy. She's just such a great actress, and I love what she's bringing to the Mildred character. And at this point, it's impossible for the rest of the town not to notice what's going on. Everybody in the town is looking younger. Bev Keane is looking younger. The wrinkles are gone from her face. Everybody's looking 10, 15 years younger. And at this point, the whole town is taking notice to that. And something that Mildred Gunning is taking specific notice to is how different Father Paul seems, or Monsignor Pruitt. Being that she's turned the clock back about 40 years, she has the presence of mind. She's now physically able to attend church. She's super stoked to see her old buddy, Monsignor Pruitt, deliver a sermon for the first time in what would be probably decades, and she is shocked by what she sees. This is the big fire and brimstone holy war sermon that he's delivering, and she's shocked. She actually runs out of the church. It's interesting to see her character, who hasn't seen any of the changes in the town, just be thrown into the mix, and she sees how everybody is seemingly just entranced by this, and she is just shocked by what she's seen. The rest of the town has sort of slowly been sucked into this insanity, but, you know, being that this is the first time out, the first time she's seen all these people, she is immediately taken aback by how crazy this town has gone. The whole town has gone crazy, and she knows it. All right, guys, now we got to get into all the Riley stuff. That's basically the last entire half of this episode. I thought everything about Riley's story, the way his story ends, was absolutely beautiful. It was sad, it was shocking, but there was also some great suspense built in with some of the misdirects where you don't really know what he's going to do. You have this big sort of set piece in the City Hall area, the AA Hall, where Father Paul is basically telling him his fate. You are now unable to stop yourself from lusting after this blood, even going so far as to use sort of Bev Keane as bait as he holds him back and she leans forward. That scene was just absolutely incredible. As Bev's neck lights up and he lunges after her, he in that moment knows, after feeding, he knows he is going to be unable to stop his lust for this blood. And after all of this, after Monsignor Pruitt has put the lust for this blood in him, he just sets him on the town. Which is just so wild. There's this great scene of him walking around the town and looking at everybody, and you think he's just ready to pounce on everybody. And of course, he just makes a beeline straight to Erin's house, invites her out alone in the middle of the night to go on a boat in the middle of the water, and you're thinking, holy shit, Is he going to eat her? Is he going to kill her? And of course we know that doesn't happen. What we get is this amazing scene, but they sort of leave that misdirect and that suspense going until the very last moment. There's some great dialogue. You just feel so bad for her, where you can tell she's scared of what he's saying and scared of what might happen, but she says to him, "I'm not scared of you." And that scene was just so impactful. And for a minute there, I gotta be honest, I thought he was going to turn on her, but he didn't. And his last thing that he ever does is protect her and protect everybody else and get the word out about what is really going on. He did the most honorable thing that he could have ever possibly done. You know, in AA, they talk about making amends. He made the biggest amends of all by sort of proving to her, sacrificing himself to prove to her that all of this shit is real. And when he bursts into flames, oh my God. You know, you set it up to where you think he's just gonna go to heaven or something when he finally sees the girl that he killed in the car accident. I thought they were gonna have a sweet little come to Jesus moment where they both ascend. And that moment of quietness, that moment of silence is just cut with him bursting into flames and Aaron just hysterically crying for 4 or 5 minutes into the credits. And my jaw was just, it was just on the floor. I couldn't believe it. It was so interesting the way they did those ending credits, just keeping no music, no nothing, just the credits rolling while hearing Aaron's just like gut-wrenching screams of terror. It was such a bleak way to end the episode, but I loved it. It was handled so well. Wow. What a crazy episode. What a crazy episode. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. So guys, that's pretty much it. I think that's all I have to say about episode 5. It was just emotionally exhausting. I felt like I had just been through the ringer by the end of that episode. But kudos to Mike Flanagan yet again for just ripping your heart out with another episode. It's just a testament to how good of a writer he is and how good his characters are. Scenes like that, the ending scene of episode 5, just do not work if you don't care about the characters. Scenes like that work. They're emotionally impactful because of all the work he puts in the earlier episodes. All those monologues and small character moments, they all pay off with moments like that at the end of episode 5. It makes it all worth it, and that's what makes these shows memorable. So, guys, I think we're done here. I've had enough emotional trauma for the day from Mike Flanagan. Thank you very much. So, guys, that is it. Drop your comments down below. Stay weird. Remember to always be yourself, and I will see you in the next one, episode 6. Bye.